Good morning, everybody. It's the morning of Easter Monday. I should have done this recording yesterday, but Easter festivities simply took over. I had lunch with the fathers at St. Stephen's and then joined a whole bunch of friends here in Orlem. It was a late night, including a house blessing. I was a bit exhausted. You can hear it a bit in my voice, but I'm recording this all the same so that you don't lose out on what I want to share with you. The gospel of this morning, and remember that this week you're going to hear texts from the gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. Next week onwards you're only going to hear the gospel of John. But the text of today is taken from Matthew chapter 28. Our text is from verses 8 to 15, but I'm going to look at the entire resurrection narrative, which starts on verse 1 and then goes all the way down to the end of today's text, which is verse 15. And we're going to break it up into three messages. So you find the message of the angel to Mary of Magdala and the other Mary who come to the tomb. You'll find the message of Jesus to Mary of Magdala and the other Mary. And you find the message of the chief priests who give an instruction to the Roman soldiers. Now, straight away, we are told that an angel comes down suddenly and there is an earthquake and the two guards are left numb. And the first words of the angel to Mary and to the other woman is, "Do not be afraid." Now, God bursts into our lives suddenly. You know, it's not we who get to pick and choose when God works in our lives and when He bursts into our lives and when He keeps His promises, which He always does. He does it, as we are told in today's text, suddenly. But what happens to the enemies of the cross, the enemies of those who do not believe in the resurrection? You know, resurrection is a subject of terror to the servants, to those who do not serve the cross. Resurrection is a subject of terror because they have been proved wrong. I mean, the guards, the chief priests, the Pharisees said He will not rise. And now He has risen. And they are terrified. They are left numb. But the message of the angel to the women is interesting. First of all, they are told, "Do not be afraid." Words that Jesus are going to say again to them. Now, this is not a command. It is not like, "Don't have a cup of tea." Yeah? "Do not be afraid" is, why are you afraid? But the angel is also confronting the two women and perhaps all of us for our disbelief. The angel says to them, "I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified," in the past tense, but you're looking for the wrong kind of Jesus. You're looking for your kind of Jesus, the Jesus that you want to be there for you. In this case, they were looking for a dead Jesus, a Jesus who was crucified, not the Jesus who had risen, as the angel said, as He said. You see, we cling on to the promises of God, but we don't entirely believe the promises of God. And the first message is a message that strengthens weakened faith. Do not be afraid. Do not lose faith. Why are you losing faith? Yeah, even on Easter morning. The second message is that of Jesus to the women. Jesus met them and said, "Greetings." I like that. Yeah. What are those greetings? We don't know. He must have said hi, hello. I was discussing this with Father Clarence at table, and he said, I think he must have said shalom. Yeah, shalom is the normal greeting that one Jew would have said to the other. And it's quite understandable because the first thing that Jesus says to them is, "Peace be with you," shalom. So He greets them and they worship Him. Easter Sunday means that we don't merely celebrate. I know I celebrated, but we worship Him. We continue to worship a living God who died and rose for us. They worshipped Him. But Jesus has another message, I said, a message to the women. And He says, "Go tell my brothers to go to Galilee." Two things. Go tell my brothers, He said. He didn't say, go tell those silly idiots who betrayed me, denied me, deserted me. No, there's no condemnation on Easter Monday morning. There is love, there is forgiveness. Go tell my brothers. But tell them to go to Galilee. Why? Because we've got business to do. It was a 3-day weekend. That's it. The weekend is over. Nice long weekend. Whatever you went through, get up this morning, as I have done, go back to work. Let's go back to Galilee where it all began. And that's what Jesus is saying. Let's go there. I will see you there, and we will continue our mission. But just as Jesus calls us to business as usual, there was business as usual in the third message. The third message is that of the chief priests to the guards. And that message is, go tell lies. Go spread a rumor. Oh, you guys were sleeping. You shouldn't have slept at the tomb. But go and tell them that you were sleeping. And while you were sleeping, they stole his body. How ridiculous. If you were fast asleep, how would you know who stole his body? How would you know it? You would have not seen anything. You were fast asleep. But you see, when you sin, you begin to think you can get away with anything. We are told that they are offered. You must say, he says, his disciples came by night and stole him away while we were asleep. And they offered them a considerable sum of money. Was this the first time that the chief priests had bribed someone? No. This was the second time. They had done it with Judas, given him just 30 pieces of silver. Now, to cover up another lie, it's a considerable sum of money. And we have all learned, when you lie once, you have to cover it up with a bigger lie. I hope this Easter message brings you joy. I'm going to leave, as I said, for the Holy Land on early Wednesday morning. I'm going to do my best to teach you. So look out for these videos. And if you want, I can always add you. Send me a message in the comment section. Give me your number or write to me, text me, and I will add you so that you don't miss the daily reflections, or simply subscribe to these teachings. Don't forget to leave your comments. Happy Easter once again, and I'll do my best to record each day. See you.